Hi! It is December the 13th. I don't know. 2 months ago, I asked you all to ask me some questions for a Q&A that I was going to do 2 months ago. Christmas is around the corner and I thought, well, isn't it just the perfect time to do the Q&A that I promised 2 months ago in celebration? So welcome. Just before we start, I want to clear up some little questions that will probably be pretty obvious. I mean, they weren't questions that I got, but this is meant to be so that you guys can get to know me better. So first of all, my name is Aurelia, but you can call me Ori because it's shorter and it's easier to say. I'm from England. If you couldn't tell, I have a pretty strong accent. Or not strong accent, but you can tell. And I am a musician. I mean, if you didn't know that, I don't know why you're here. So, anyway. Without further ado, let us begin the Q&A. So, the first question. Cave Town's Chocolate Milk asks, what do you use to make your thumbnails? Because they're so adorable. Ooh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I put kind of a lot of time into them, so I'm glad you like them. I use this thing called Ibis Paint, I believe, and it's on the iPad Pro, and you can get it on there, and it's really good. I recommend it. I think it's also for phone. So yeah, it's very useful. Go check it out. The next question is from Darian Wilson, aka a nerd. Go tell him he's a nerd, please. And he asks, when will you be uploading to Spotify? That is a very good question. Actually, I'm working on my album, which I said I was going to release like 3 months ago. I've just been so busy with everything and moving, but now I'm really focused on trying to get it done as soon as possible, really. So I have been working on getting everything finalized, and I'm hoping to get it out soon. I'm not going to say a specific date. I kind of want it to be a bit of a surprise, but I'm working on it. So, question 37 is from a Russian name that I can't pronounce. I'm really sorry, but I'll put everyone's questions up in the corner. And they asked, what is your nationality? Sorry if it's an uncomfy question, but you look so interesting and not common. I actually have been asked, like, not on my channel, but several instances where I'm from. But I'm literally just English. I don't have, I'm boring, okay? I'm so sorry. I'm not from any other descent that I know of, so I don't know how to say your name, but L.XHEZ_10, I know who you are, obviously, asked, who is that song about? And I'm guessing you're referring to the Uwu cover because that was about the time that I asked these questions. I don't know who it was about. I didn't write the song, but if I had to say someone that it was about, then it was about my cat. Next question is from Bruno Polak. And it says, have you ever had singing lessons? Which I have. I had singing lessons. I started having singing lessons when I was about 8 years old, and I had them until I was 15, 16? No, maybe 16, I think. About 8 years. Yeah, so I've had them for quite a while, and yeah, so yeah. The next question is from Juicy Fruit, and they ask, how old are you? You sound like 14/15. I'll take that as a compliment. I'm actually 18, but I've had people say that I look kind of young for my age. I don't know. I don't think that's very true, but I'll take it as a compliment. I mean, I'll be taking it as a compliment later in life, so why not take it as one now? The next question is from Fox Skylark, hey, and he asks, what got you interested in music? I don't know if there's really a specific thing that ever got me interested in music. I've just always been into music since I was super young. From when I was like 4 years old, I was singing, and obviously I started getting lessons when I was 8. So I've always been into music since I was young, and my parents have always have always played it, and so I've literally always been into music. And if you mean when I started getting into music enough to do YouTube, probably a few years ago, but I never had the confidence to post my stuff up here. Even videos like this still make me really nervous because I'm just a bit of an awkward person when it comes to this kind of video especially, but also when it comes to posting covers and stuff, I always get a bit self-conscious, I guess, but I've gotten a lot better since I've started and I'm really having fun with it now, and I hope to post a lot more regularly, even though I always say that I will, and I never do, but I will, don't you worry. Everything's kind of calming down and everything's sort of settling, so I should be able to produce a lot more stuff for you guys, and I would love to because I really do find it fun. So the next question is from I'm Not B, and she asks, if you could be anywhere in the world right now, where would you be and why? This is kind of a hard one. I think I'd want to be in a place where my friends were, but if I could take my friends with me, then I would love to go to Japan, to visit, not to stay, I don't think, but I'd love to go to Japan. But if I couldn't bring my friends, then I'd either go to America or to London, because I have friends in America, and I miss all my friends in London very much, and I miss London, so I think those are the two places that I would go if it was alone. But if I went with friends, Japan for sure. I've always wanted to go. I think it's a really beautiful place. Next question is from Charlie Oliver Bates, and he asks, what is the most attempts it has taken you to record a song? Oh god, my dude, you don't want to know. It's giving me pain just thinking about it. Probably about 70 times, possibly more. That's not an exaggeration. That is the blatant and honest truth. I'm really, really fussy. So when it comes to recording covers or originals or anything like that, if I make one mistake, I will go back and redo it. I'm really, really fussy with anything that I do. So yeah, I mean, that's probably my least favourite part of doing covers and live stuff, because I always mess up. No matter what it is, I will mess it up somehow, so what can you do? Another question from Cave Town's Chocolate Milk, and they ask, what is a message you would like to spread? This is such a big question. I don't know, I guess there's lots of messages I'd like to spread, but I think the main one is maybe that everyone needs to be a little bit kinder to each other, and if we're all a little bit kinder to each other and more understanding, then the whole world would be a better place, I guess. And I feel like that'd be a nice message to spread, and I think we need a lot more love in the world, and I think that that's a nice message to spread. But there's so many other messages I want to get across in my music and everything. So the next question is from Darian again. Any pet, mythical or not, what would it be? I don't know. This is gonna sound really, really basic, but I love cats so much, and I couldn't imagine not having my cat, my little fuzzball. So I think it'd have to be a cat, even if I could have a mythical pet. I don't know. Or if it was possible to have like a mini tame dinosaur. Yes. Next question is from I'm Not B again, and she asks, how would you describe your style? A mess. I don't know. If you're talking about kind of music style, maybe indie? I don't really know how to describe it. I guess probably indie is the best way to describe it, I suppose. But other than that, a mess. Next question is from Plant Kidder, and they ask, do you watch Adventure Time or Steven Universe? I actually watch neither. I've never attempted to watch Adventure Time, even though it looks really, really amazing. I really want to watch it. It's just I've never actually got round to watching it. So I probably will watch it at some point, but I haven't watched it yet. And Steven Universe, I did actually try watching a while ago, but I never got past the first few episodes of the first series. I'm gonna get so many Steven Universe stans coming at me now. I'm so sorry, please. I don't hate it. I just forgot about it, please. The next question is from the 4th Daniel. Your question was, what was the first Cave Town song you ever listened to? And I think the first one I probably ever listened to, I didn't really know about Cave Town until late last year, so I'm kind of late to the game, I guess. But the first one I probably heard was, I think, the Cut My Hair Monaco remix, and I didn't know it was Cave Town at the time. And then I heard it of the original version of Cut My Hair. I still didn't know it was by Cave Town because it was reposted by a lo-fi channel. I used to listen to a lot of lo-fi when I studied and didn't study. Then I think the next one I heard by him was Dear. And then that's the one that got me into him in the end. So yeah. Lil B asks, can we be friends? Ooh, of course, yes. Please, I need friends, please. Please. So Dorkful asks, what inspires you and how do you come up with lyrics? Inspires me. I think what inspires me is the ability to make people happy with my music. That is one of the most inspiring things about making something, is when people say that it made their day or something like that. It makes everything worth it. It's probably one of the nicest things that you can hear as an artist or anyone who creates anything, is that what you create brings happiness to people, and that's probably the main thing that inspires me to keep creating. Other than the just liking to create things, I think that's probably the main thing that inspires me. And then, how do you come up with lyrics? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I'll be just playing some chords and then I'll improvise, and then I'm like, whoa, hold up. These lyrics are actually pretty good. Or it could be I come up with a theme and then I write based off that. That's usually how I come up with lyrics, but often it's from improvising around a certain theme. And that's where I get most of my lyrics. I know it's a terrible answer, but I just don't know how else to explain it. Next question is from Kim DM, and they say, your voice is beautiful, thank you. And so is your hair, thank you. Except it's a mess right now, but thank you. Question, who's your favourite singer, current? Oh man, this is an evil question. How could you ask this, Kim? Why would you do this to me, Kim? Why? I don't know. This is honestly torture. I don't know why you do this to me. This is not a question that should ever be asked. Favorites are the worst. Honestly, I haven't been listening to that much vocal stuff recently. I've been into a lot of jazz lately, but if I had to go with vocals or anything, I don't know if any of you know who Mafu Mafu is, but they are Anu Taite on YouTube, and it's weep stuff, honestly. So that's what I've been listening to mainly at the moment. But if I had to say anything else, well, I guess I've been listening to a little bit of Cave Town, but not much. What else? I'm trying to think. I honestly have been listening to a lot of jazz lately, and I'm really struggling to come up with a vocal artist that I've been listening to apart from Mafu Mafu lately. But see, I don't just listen to one artist. I listen to like one song from a billion artists. So it's hard for me to pin down a specific artist who I've been listening to, but let me see. Man, this is so hard. I've been listening to some Louis Zong lately. Like if anyone's heard his most recent like little mini album called Apples, it's such a bop. Go listen to it. It's not a vocal album, but it's just so good. It's so good. Some of the people I have on my playlist which I've been listening to at the moment are Jack Conte, I think you say his name, Bruno Major, Hobo Johnson, Alec Benjamin, Peach Pit, Spooky Ghost Boy, Bowen, Jack Johnson, Cave Town. I couldn't give one name, but those are some people I've been listening to at the moment. So yeah, sorry for that really long-winded answer, but there you go. Hannah Jung Music asks, how long does it normally take for you to write a song? This really depends. Honestly, sometimes a song could take half an hour, sometimes it could take weeks. I have been working on this one song for weeks now, and it's getting tiring, but I finished it today, and I'm really happy about it. Sometimes it can take such a short amount of time, like it will just come to you, and it just depends really on the song. So any time roughly from half an hour it's taken me once to weeks, months. So yeah, it can take a long time, and it can take really no time at all. That wasn't a sentence that should make sense. I'm tired. I'm going to sip my lukewarm coffee. It's probably cold actually now. That, my dudes, was a sip of disappointment. King asks, hamburger. Yes. Mien.Pien asks, fresh avocado. Scott Holt 111 asks, how long have you been playing the guitar for? Not long, actually. I started playing it every now and then a few years ago, and I would play it on and off, and I would practice on and off, and I was not very good at it. I couldn't string chords together, and honestly it was terrible. And I think I started actually focusing and practicing it properly about a year ago now. Yeah, about a year ago now. And yeah. Sorry, my cat just joined me. Hey, you're so cute. So honestly, just focus down on it, and it doesn't take that long to learn really if you put your whole body, heart, mind, soul and life into it until you feel like you want to curl up on the floor and die. Spartan CC15 asks, favorite anime? My good sir, this is an excellent question. However, as you know, I can't have a favorite of anything, and now I'm going to list off like every single anime I've watched. No, but seriously, probably my favorite anime at the moment, I'm gonna put like a little mini list of the ones which are my favorites after, because I can't think of them all right now. I had them all on a list, and on this list will probably be things like Made in Abyss, Run with the Wind, Kimetsu no Yaiba, and also one that I watched really recently called Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinju, which was really good. I recommend everyone to go watch that. And also Monster I watched really recently, and it was so good. Oh my god, I cannot recommend like all of these enough. They're just so good. They're so good, man. Anime's so good. I could talk about it forever. Sodium Chloride asks, what mic do you use? I use a CO1 Samson Studio condenser. I now have it memorized because I've been asked so many times what mic I use. That's not a bad thing though. I'm absolutely okay with you asking what I use. I might end up putting what I use in my description. I get asked it so much. So if you want me to do that, give me a shout. Plant Kiddo asks, wait, this isn't a question, never mind. Plant Kiddo says, you remind me of Rebecca Sugar, ooh. I feel very flattered. I very much like Rebecca Sugar's music. I actually don't know what Rebecca Sugar looks like either, but thank you anyway. Daniel asks, what is your favorite color? I'd say my favorite color is probably yellow or orange. I like warm colors a lot, I think. Yeah, probably yellow or orange then. My dumbass forgot that there was a limit on how many minutes you can do on a certain role. So I lost a bit of footage there, but we're good, we're still going. We're gonna get through all these questions. I'm gonna do all of them. Scram Gremlin asks, what is your favorite dog breed? This is another favorites one, and it's so cruel. I genuinely don't know how to answer these. I love all dogs. I really like long-haired dogs, like big fluffy dogs, like huskies. My uncle has a Saint Bernard, and it's the cutest. She is the cutest dog. But I like the ones which have like dreadlocks, the big fluffy ones. The ones which are kind of like the ones in Dulux ads, you know? Those are some good boys right there. But I love all dogs, so you can't do this to me. I also really love Dachshunds, like big fluffy sausage dogs. They're so cute, I love them. Daniel asks, what color is your toothbrush? Wood. Fox Skylark says, I know it's not nice to pick favorites. You're damn right it's not. I'm going to fight someone by the end of this video. But what's your favorite animal? Cats. I love cats. Cats! My child, come here. Come hither. Say hello. Cats! Peach _42 _E _boy _teacup. I'm sorry, that was a really extra way to say your name. I didn't need to say it like that. Why are you so nice and energetic? Can I have some of that energy? Please, take some energy. Take my energeticness. Please have it. Take it. It is yours. I've never really thought of myself as a very energetic person. I think, but definitely off camera, I'm not that energetic. Well, I think maybe I'm energetic around my friends. On my own, I'm just a sloth. But thank you, I really appreciate the fact that you think I'm nice. BZBZBZ asks, how many languages can you speak? 1. I actually learned French back in secondary school, but I remember very, very little of that, honestly. I may as well have not learned it. I really did enjoy learning other languages though. Oh, and I learned, I taught myself some hiragana, or I taught myself all hiragana, and I started learning katakana, but then I never continued, and I never went back over everything I'd learned, and that was about 2 years ago, so I can barely remember any of it now, which is a shame because I was really enjoying learning it. I just don't have the time at the moment, but I definitely want to get back into learning languages. I find it really fun. Wabio asks, 3 favourite artists at the moment. This is a good one because it means I don't have to choose singers, although I do have a couple who I'm listening to at the moment. Now that I think about it, now that I've thought about it, there are a couple, but I would say that they're kind of more instrumental based. I've been listening to a lot of jazz at the moment. I don't really have a specific artist for that, but as I said earlier, I've been listening to lots and lots of jazz instrumentals. I've also been listening to a lot of Kevin Penkin, and he does a lot of video game soundtracks and anime soundtracks, like the Made in Abyss soundtrack, which is golden. Go listen to it, it's amazing. And I've also been listening to Miracle Musical. I don't know if you might not have heard of them, but Hawaii Part 2 is a fantastic album, and you have to go listen to it. I swear, you just go listen to it all in one go. You won't regret it, I swear. It's so good. And as well as that, Bowen. I've been listening to a lot of Bowen recently. I'd say he's more of an instrumental artist, but he has lots of vocals in his tracks too. But yeah, that's what I've been listening to mainly. Plant Kiddo asks, why did you choose the name Beetle Boy? Haha, fun story. I'm not Beetle Boy anymore. That's how long it's been. I changed my name, I think for a few weeks or a month ago now, to Beetlebug. But before I was Beetle Boy, and the reason I named myself that was because I've had the nickname Bug since I was a baby. My parents have called me Bug since I was a kid. I'm only called my birth name when I'm in trouble. But I wanted something that kind of incorporated that. And I thought, hey, I like beetles and my nickname's Bug, and then I thought, Beetle Boy sounds like a really cool name and it sounds really alliterative. And but then after having it for a while, I realized how confusing it is, because people sometimes just assume that you are a guy. I'm not a guy. I am in fact a girl. But honestly, Beetlebug, I like it better, so I'm glad that I changed it. But also I have a character called Beetle Boy, which is partly another reason why I named it that way, but I will not say any more so as not to spoil what I have planned for the future. Moondust asks, how many instruments do you play? Not sure why I chose this, just curious, lol. I play ukulele, I play guitar, I sing, I played violin back in the day when I was about 12. I also play a mean kazoo solo, so I think that's got to count, right? Oh, and I play a bit of keys, I guess, so 6 if you count the kazoo, which I think you should, because it's a pretty tough skill to learn, you know, and I think that it deserves some recognition. My battery also just ran out. It is truly a series of unfortunate events. Brownie Blonde asks, what do you think of the new Frozen 2 trailer? Well, Frozen 2's out now. That just shows you how long ago this was meant to be done. I'm a bad person. Well, thing is, I never actually watched the trailer and I haven't even watched the movie yet, so I can't comment. I don't know. It's probably great. It's probably, I'm sure. The first Frozen was okay. But yeah, I don't know. Thonk. Daniel asks, what made you want to start writing music? Honestly, I think when I first started listening to Gorillaz, I'd written songs before that time, and I'd written songs for my music GCSE as well. However, music GCSE, there were so many constraints when writing songs and stuff, and the songs that I wrote never came out how I wanted them to sound like because of those constraints, and just it was just really not fun, and it really kind of killed the joy and creativity behind songwriting. So I didn't write songs for quite a long time. In fact, I struggled to really enjoy doing music during that period at all. It felt like a chore, and it felt like something that I was being told to do rather than something I wanted to do. I'm really bad at being told to do stuff. I'm the kind of person who needs to be my own boss. But I think when I started listening to Gorillaz again, I wanted to create music that made me feel the way that their music made me feel. Because every song by them is so different and unique, yet they all sound like Gorillaz. Like, you know it's Gorillaz when you hear it, but it just sounds so unique and different to any of their other songs that they have out, and they just sound so original, and just their songs are so meaningful and deep. No, but they're super meaningful, and I guess I kind of wanted to write songs like that, and that's what inspired me. I wrote my first kind of proper song, and I properly produced it myself in my bedroom in about 2016 or 2017, inspired by Gorillaz. I think it was just before I went to see them, actually, at the very first Demon Days festival. And yeah, so I think Gorillaz definitely inspired me to write music, and I actually wanted to have a cover channel and write music for probably since then, but I just never had the confidence to put any of my stuff out there, and I didn't really feel comfortable in front of a camera. I still really don't feel very comfortable in front of a camera, but I'm getting used to it. But yeah, I think that's probably when I first started becoming inspired to do that kind of thing. Gorillaz definitely helped me rekindle my love music and songwriting, and I'm really, really grateful to them for that. Wannabe Mo Garbage Rat, there we go, says, I just started following you recently and I saw that you used to have long hair. Was there a reason why you cut it short, like for a donation, or was it just that you wanted to change, or was it impulse? Just a little curious question for your Q&A. Thank you for following me recently, 2 months ago. I did used to have really long hair. In fact, I've had long hair for ages, honestly, since I can remember. I'd always wanted to kind of cut it short, like really short. I just didn't have the courage to, and I didn't have the courage to ask my parents because they love my long hair. And I think when I started college and I left sixth form, there were so many things that I regretted, and I was really not feeling very happy at that stage in my life. My mental health wasn't very good, and I just wanted a fresh head, pun intended. I just wanted a fresh start, and I felt like cutting my hair was a good way to symbolize that, and it was, most definitely. It really was a means to an end of all my kind of laziness, I guess you could call it. But also, I wanted to actually find something and do what I wanted to do and pursue that without fearing whether it would work out or not. And I think that cutting my hair definitely helped towards achieving those things. It made me feel so much more free. I think everyone kind of feels that when they cut their hair, especially when you've had such long hair. You almost feel trapped, I guess. And the last question of the Q&A, everybody. I think there were 38 questions here. I don't know if I missed any out. I'm really sorry if I did. I don't think I did miss out any questions, but if I did, I'm really sorry. But I'll definitely do more Q&As in the future, so if you have any questions, then I'd be happy to answer them in the comments or in a future Q&A video. But the last question is from Saber, and it is, how long have you been playing the ukulele? I got my ukulele when I was about probably 13 or 14 years old, and I kind of just got into, I think I just got into like 21 Pilots at that age. I got a really cheap Mahalo for like 20 quid. It was actually a decent ukulele. It wasn't too bad. I mean, it was, obviously it's not going to be amazing because it was 20 quid, but I started playing it from that age, and I started playing it much more last year when I started my channel. But yeah, not very long basically, like not very long properly playing it, but I've had it for quite a while and have had phases where I've played it and not played it, and yeah. So that's about it. I think that's everything, every question. I don't think I missed another question out, and I'm super sorry if I have, but if you have any other questions, please ask them in the comments and I will do my best to respond to them. I do try my best to respond to everybody. It might take me a while to get round to responding to people. I'm really busy at the moment, but I will try my best to respond as quickly as possible and to as many people as possible. I really enjoy reading all your comments. I read all of the comments that I get. I love everyone who comments. I've never had a bad comment. Like, you're all so sweet, and it really makes me very happy. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. It's probably going to end up being incredibly long and choppy, and I really hope that it's not. This won't be the final video in the lead up to Christmas, so get ready for another Christmas video sometime soon. I know this wasn't very Christmas themed. The only thing that made it Christmas themed was the decorations and these, but you know, we gotta start getting a little bit festive up in here, am I right? But anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a great day or a great night wherever you are, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye!